Welcome, dear audience, to A Tale of, your channel for fascinating stories from history. Today, we delve into a tale from the annals of space exploration, the story of Apollo 1. We embark on a journey back to the 60s, to the heart of the Apollo program, designed to land humans on the moon. Apollo 1 was its first manned mission, with a brave crew of 3, Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger B. Chaffee. It was to be a groundbreaking mission, but fate had other plans. January 27, 1967, started as a day of routine operations at NASA's Kennedy Space Center. A crew of 3 astronauts, Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Chaffee, were preparing for a pre-launch test for Apollo 1, the first manned mission of the Apollo program, intended to land humans on the moon. In the confines of the command module atop the mighty Saturn IB rocket, the crew underwent a plugs-out test, a full-scale dress rehearsal for the eventual launch. The test was to simulate launch conditions, with the spacecraft operating on internal power. As the clock ticked, a sudden change in the air shifted the day's course. At around 6:31 p.m., a voltage spike on astronaut Roger Chaffee's biomedical instrumentation signaled the onset of an unforeseen disaster. Almost immediately, the crew reported a fire in the cockpit. The fire, fueled by the pure oxygen environment within the module, spread with horrifying speed. The high pressure inside the spacecraft prevented the ground crew from opening the hatch in time. In those crucial moments, the inferno inside the module escalated beyond control. Efforts to douse the fire and rescue the crew were in vain. The fire had consumed the cabin, and within it, the lives of the 3 astronauts. They perished not in the vast expanse of space, but on the launch pad, a stark reminder of the perilous journey they had embarked upon. In a matter of minutes, a routine test turned into a devastating tragedy, claiming the lives of 3 brave astronauts. The shockwaves of the Apollo 1 disaster reverberated far beyond the confines of the Kennedy Space Center. A shroud of disbelief and mourning hung over the nation, and the Apollo program was immediately halted. A rigorous, exhaustive investigation was launched to unravel the tragedy's cause and to prevent future catastrophes. The investigation revealed a series of unfortunate events and oversights. The pure oxygen environment, the flammable materials used in the cabin, and the inward opening hatch that couldn't be opened quickly in an emergency. These factors all conspired to create a deadly scenario. But perhaps the most startling finding was that NASA initially was reluctant to accept responsibility. The institution's reputation was on the line, and there was an instinctive resistance to admit the shortcomings. However, in the face of incontrovertible evidence, they had no choice but to acknowledge the truth. The accident served as a stark reminder of the perils of space exploration, forcing NASA to reassess its approach. The story of Apollo 1 is one of loss, but also of learning and resilience. The disaster prompted a comprehensive review of NASA's practices, leading to significant safety enhancements. These changes, born from the ashes of tragedy, included a complete redesign of the Apollo spacecraft. The hatch was altered to open outward, allowing for quicker evacuation, and the use of flammable materials in the cabin was drastically reduced. The lessons learned from Apollo 1 had a profound influence on future missions. The rigorous safety measures and meticulous attention to detail would become the cornerstones of the Apollo program. This new approach to safety and risk management played a pivotal role in the successful landing of Apollo 11 on the moon just 2 years later. The legacy of Apollo 1 is a testament to the courage of those who dare to explore the unknown and the invaluable lessons learned in the face of adversity.